morning, welcome to Forexample Trading. I'm Ben Newman. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of October, so we're into the last week of the month pretty much, and the time is just gone 20 past 8 UK time. That's 7:20 GMT for the purposes of our calendar when we look at it. All right, so yesterday, if you saw my video, I was focused on a strengthening Swiss franc. Now that did happen for some pairs, but the one I was focused on, the USDCHF, which I really expected the Swiss franc to take off again against, it's been sitting up there for a long time now, didn't. So the good thing about getting it wrong on one day is often the next day that opportunity is there then. So the important thing about that is to recognise that it isn't happening yet. All right, just pull whatever trades you've got. I did make a bit of profit on that, but it didn't move anywhere near to where I thought it would. The good thing about that is that today it will, or tomorrow it will. It will happen as long as you've done your analysis right. It's just about waiting for that move to occur. The other good news about yesterday is because the US dollar sat so strong, the Dixie sat so strong yesterday. I'll show you in a minute. It meant that the euro and pound were really weak against the Swiss franc, and yesterday the Swiss franc took off against those. So even if you weren't able to trade the Swiss franc against the US dollar, which remained strong, you were able to do it against some other currencies. So just knowing that the Swiss franc was due for a big gain there would mean that all you're doing is focusing on that one currency that you know is going to get stronger, and it gets stronger. Now the reason I know the Swiss franc gets stronger is because when the yen and US dollar are strong, generally the Swiss franc is weak. At the moment, people are using, or investors are using the yen as a safe haven throughout the Brexit issues, all the uncertainty there. And that means that the yen and US dollar gain together. They gain and drop together, all right? So they support each other. Whether they're going up or down, they're generally doing the same thing. Contrary to that is the Swiss franc, which will move in the other direction to those. So what you can know at the moment, it doesn't always work this way, but certainly at the moment, if the Swiss franc is strong, then the US dollar and the yen generally are weak, and vice versa. So that means that we can focus our attention on specific pairs, and that makes it much easier. So usually you still have to look at the US dollar, but then if you know that the yen is going to work in correlation with the US dollar and then the Swiss franc against those, then you can start to conduct your trades accordingly. The other thing is that the euro and the pound, if you can avoid those at the moment, certainly trading them against one another, but throughout all these Brexit negotiations, that's going to help, although there are opportunities on those as well. But for me, when I know, specific currencies that and what they're going to be doing at that time, I focus all of my trades around that particular currency and then the pairs according to that. So if you're not subscribed, went on a bit there, but if you're not subscribed to the channel already, then you can do so via the subscribe button. That will give you updates on all my YouTube all my YouTube broadcasts. The other thing that I wanted to do today was just go through what you get when you join, and I have done this many times, but I haven't done it for a while. So if you're watching a new video or you've forgotten, then I'm going to show you exactly what you get if you join us. Now, as I've said before, I am quite specific about who joins us, because for me it's quality, not quantity in that group. If you're a beginner and you're willing to learn and then contribute into that group as we go forward, then that makes for a much better trading environment for everyone, both beginners and the experienced people in there. And if I can show you a way to make your trading work for you, where you're making very good money from it, or you're supplementing your job, or you're making it a primary income, whatever your goal is, we'll work together to achieve that. But the important thing for me is that if I give you the means to do that, which as far as I can gather out there, there's very few options in terms of assistance in really making this work. This does work, and my members will be testament to that. They'll tell you themselves that some of them have been with me 4 or 5 years, and that just tells you that it does work. The process, the education, the support, the environment that you're trading in means that it is possible to make trading a success for you. But the important thing for me is if I give you the means to do that, then you want to give back. You want to share your knowledge and experience in the group, which is exactly why, let's look at our admins in the group. They're both old clients of mine, and they've come through and they are very, very experienced, adequate and effective traders now. And I'll show you one of the signals that was sent from Michael, who's one of our admin, yesterday, which was a very good signal indeed. I followed it myself and did very well out of it after trying to follow the USDCHF, and actually that signal kind of saved my day, although I did have a couple of trades on the Euro and GBPCHF as well. So without going on, I'm going to first of all start with showing you what you get with the membership, and then I'm going to have a look at what we're doing today and how that sort of moves on from yesterday's analysis. Right, so first of all, within the, of course, first of all, you get signals which I send out on Twitter and Facebook. So if you do want to follow us, and then of course the YouTube channel, subscribe to this and you can follow us. But first of all, let me show you, there was a client that joined us yesterday. You can see him here. And this is what you get. So you get 2 full courses, Foundation in Forex. That's a full course, 13 hours long, from a professional trader. And this is what I sent him through once he joined. So that's a link to the broker that I use, IC Markets. I explain how to do it, and I will have a conversation with this new member today and talk him through how to set his charts up, trading view. I'll go through everything with him to make sure he's fully prepared and ready to start trading. Then you get 2 full courses, the Foundation in Forex, which is 13 hours long in total, but it's written specifically for my clients by a professional trader. And then to follow that, the technical analysis series, and a different independent professional Forex trader that wrote that course again specifically for my clients. All right, so those 2 courses combined give you pretty much everything you need. If you follow them and you learn them, then you will be a profitable trader. How profitable just depends how you progress that and sort of tailor that to your own needs in terms of times and the pairs that you like trading, time zone that you're in, all of those things, which will help you along the way. There's members from all over the world in our trading arena, so you'll have company wherever you are in the world. And then of course you get the signals channel, exclusive trading signals, and the trading arena, which is full of experience. And then I'll speak to Ottman today and go through everything with him, make sure he's all set up and ready to go. And then just to show you the trading arena here, which Boat is one of our admins as well. But you can see there's lots of activity in here. And then I'll show you the signal that was sent from Michael yesterday. It was a USD JPY, and I'll just show you how that moved. There we go. So that entry point was up here. It was at 112.750 was the suggested entry point right here. Let me just show you that. So that was the suggested entry point, and it did move about a bit, so we had to be patient with it. So I think I entered it somewhere around here. So it went up quite a way, then dropped back, and then came up again, and then you can see how it dropped away, and I've just exited that trade now, so I left it overnight. But Michael, thank you for that. He knows I don't often compliment him. But that was a very good shout there, and you can see if you entered it here, it would have been absolutely spot on. But the point is the stop loss was adequate enough that it had room to breathe, and then when it did move, it really did move. So today, because I was focused on the USDCHF yesterday, which you can see, this was my signal that went yesterday. So even if you'd left it from yesterday, it was yesterday morning I sent that, would still be in the money, wouldn't have hit stop loss yet. So it's just about, you can be patient for a day, 2 days, 3 days for this to really move. But today, I think it will go. So I'm just holding on to that trade. It's just sat in there, but I think it will go today. We'll probably see some up and down because the Dixie is still sitting up around 96.1. You can see this is a key point here. This is on the 4-hour chart, but look, it's hit this third attempt to get through this, and it's failed. This is coming down. So we've just got to be patient. It might sit around up here for a little while. The 4-hour candle was just turned, and let's have a look at it on a 1-hour candle. Yeah, so I expect it to rise back up here, 96.05. 30 minutes left on this. So when this candle expires, I'm expecting it to come down. At that point, we'll be in a good position to be trading the euro, okay, to go up, the pound to go up, which is already happening. And then, of course, remember what I said about the yen. The yen will weaken also off the back of the Dixie weakening, or the US dollar weakening. So we can trade against the yen as well. Look at that. They're all in exactly the same position. So both US and dollar and yen, when they do weaken, we can trade against them. Australian JPY, New Zealand Kiwi, all of them in the same position. They're just turning. This one has got a load of movement to occur, the Swiss franc and yen. So when this Swiss franc does finally gain against it, look at the move that yen's made. This will really take off. It will go up to probably here, I imagine, about 117. That'd be a great long-term trade to get into. Small lot size, leave it running, and you just don't have to worry about it until it hits take profit. So you could work with a very small lot size and still make good money from that. EURGBP, this Swiss franc had gained massively again. Look at that from right up here, which is where, so I was looking at a place in this trade. I actually entered a trade down here because it had moved so much, but I was looking at entering it here and I wasn't sure whether the Dixie would get weaker. If it did, that of course would in turn affect the Euro's strength. Sorry about that, getting notifications through from the trading arena. Same principle with the GBPCHF. I expect this to pick up today against the Swiss franc, but just do mind out because the Swiss franc is set to increase, and you can see it's already looking quite strong. The pound is ridiculously strong today, as is the Aussie dollar at the moment. That can all change as we go into London opening, but as it stands at the moment, this ties in very well. The US dollar getting weaker, so just be patient for it. I probably won't be looking to place any trades until after New York opens, and at that time I think we can take advantage of this weak US dollar. I will keep an eye on it. If there's anything blindingly obvious throughout this morning, I'll place a trade and send a signal, but generally speaking, at the moment it looks to me that the later session, the later European session, is the one that gives us the best opportunities, so just keep that in mind as well. But there's a ton of opportunities today. This one I am expecting to go, so I'll hold my USDCHF trade. So if you do want one to place a trade, and just wait for the 1 hour, 25 minutes on it, wait for that to expire, and I believe we'll be able to trade this as a sell. Be a very good trade, but there are a ton of opportunities to go at. It's just about waiting for the right moment to enter them. News today, we've got Mark Carney speaking at 20 past 3 GMT. That's 20 past 4 p.m. GMT this afternoon. That will create some moves, I imagine, with all the turmoil. May expected arguably to go this week. We'll have to see what happens there. That could cause some real eruptions with the pound, so just be careful if you are trading the pound. My advice is stay away from it. There's plenty to go at with the yen, between the yen, US dollar and Swiss franc anyway, so you don't really need to trade it unless you've got really big moves against it. Then I would steer clear of it, but it's up to you. So there we go, a summary of what we do, what you get as a membership. There are still spaces in the trading arena, which I will still limit to 100 spaces, but as I say, there's a lot of people that join that aren't, or want to join, that aren't really realistic when I speak to them. They just want signals and to be able to place a signal blindly and make money. I'm sorry, but you are kidding yourself if you think that that is possible. Anyone telling you that is telling you an absolute bunch of lies. You have to know what you're doing yourself. It's the only way to do this, and we will help you to do that. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below and you can join the free chat, arrange a call with myself, and I can have a chat with you about where you are with your trading, how we can progress with that, and see if you are suitable for this trading arena. If you are, I'll welcome you in, and we'll make sure that we do everything we can to help you make a success of it, all right, which so many of our clients already do. Okay, no more to say. Watch that Swiss franc. I imagine it will still be strong today, but there are opportunities to go out. The important thing is that the Dixie turning from 96.1, it is dropping now, so I'm going to be getting involved in pairs against the dollar very soon. I imagine this will be falling most of the day now. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.